Alright, thank you very much for joining us again on the talk with me, Michael, and my guest. It's a beautiful time, it's a beautiful day with me. A big shout out to all Nigerians over there, both in Nigeria and overseas. Wherever you are representing Nigeria. A congratulations to you. Happy New Year. It's a new year to Nigeria. Yes, it's a beautiful new year to Nigeria, a baby Nigeria. But Nigeria celebrating 64th year. 64 year. It's an awesome experience. So far, it's an awesome experience. And 64 years, I think it should be a time of reflection. It's a time we have to evaluate ourselves as a Nigerian. Okay, what have we achieved? Where are we coming from? Where are we? And where are we going to? I use this to welcome you once again to The Touch with me, Michael, and my guest. We are here today to deliberate on Nigeria so far, Nigeria at 64. Yes, where are we coming from? Where are we? And where are we exactly headed to as Nigeria? Welcome again. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCTV Multimedia Production, on Facebook, MCTV Multimedia Production, likewise on TikTok and on Instagram, MCTV Multimedia. Thank you for doing that. You are welcome again. Yes, I have a guest in the house today. You know, every time I bring a particular person to this show, I don't bring ordinary man. I bring guests of honor to my show. This is Mr. Testimony. Thank you for coming on my show today.
The pleasure is all mine.
How's everything? How's family?
We thank God.
We thank God. Yeah, so people just relax and let's have a dialogue together. It's a question and answer as we evaluate our Nigeria, how we have been so far, where we are coming from, where we are, and where are we going to. There's a lot of questions here today. I believe you are so much ready for the questions.
The Lord will help me.
Yes, because we are all Nigerian. We are all Nigerian, so at least we should have one or two things to say about Nigeria. So let's go. Are you ready for the question? Good. So if you have any question, you can drop your question at the comment section. Your question is highly welcome. So if you're celebrating Nigeria, do you think it's worth celebration?
Well, I will begin by saying that Nigeria is 64.
Yes.
But I don't think it is worth celebrating.
Wow.
There is nothing to celebrate. Nigeria is 64.
Yes.
And still crawling. Nigeria is 64. No opportunity, no job opportunity. We are still crawling. No improvement. Nigeria has remained the same right from the day we were still in bondage up till now. There is no difference.
So there's no independence.
I don't think we are celebrating any freedom. To be sincere, there is no freedom.
There's no freedom.
There is no freedom.
So what are we now celebrating?
We are just celebrating that Nigeria is 64. Just the age. That's what we are celebrating.
If the perspective you are coming from, are you basing this as the age of human?
Based on Nigeria got our independence in 1960.
Yes.
And from 1960 till now is 64. We're just celebrating that figure 64. That's all.
That's all.
That is all.
So there's no cause for celebration.
There is no cause for celebration. There is no cause.
Do you believe what you're actually saying now? We have a lot of people celebrating. They kicked cow yesterday. They do a lot of things yesterday.
But there were people in the street that are protesting at the same time.
Okay.
In as much as there are people celebrating 64 years of Nigeria, but there are people that are protesting yesterday, showing that we are not happy. We are not happy. Nigeria is 64, but we are not happy.
It's just a figure.
Just a figure. Just that figure, 64.
64.
That's all.
Okay. It means where we are still at the same point.
Honestly, a man of 64 or a woman of 64 should have achieved a lot. A man of 64, judging by human race, should be a grandfather.
Yes.
And a grandfather ought to have achieved a lot of things. When we talk of 64, if you look at the achievement the person has made all his life, the person is supposed to have achieved a lot before getting to 64. But Nigeria, the reverse is the case. We are 64. We have bad roads. Nothing, no job opportunity will come out of the university as youths. No job opportunity. A lot of things have happened. So there is no need to celebrate Nigeria. So I don't think we need to celebrate Nigeria. There is no celebration.
This actually shocked me a lot.
There is no celebration.
There is no celebration. Because I believe yesterday there's a lot of party, there's a lot of clubbing, there's a lot of merriment. Even I got me like, wow, we are celebrating another beautiful year.
They are the ones that want to celebrate. I can't celebrate Nigeria. I was inside my house. There is no need celebrating Nigeria. There's no need celebrating Nigeria. Nothing to celebrate.
Oh my goodness. So, most believe when we got independent then, our fathers then, let's say our fathers, that they do this in their own selfish interest. Is that point true?
Actually, I don't think it is true.
Okay.
Because, well, it is true in a way, because they did it to please themselves. As at that point, yes.
Not for Nigeria.
It is actually a selfish interest. It is actually a selfish interest. Because if it is for the well-being of Nigeria, a lot of good things would have begun.
I believe people who fought for independence,
yes,
they should have a goal. They should have focus. Okay, this is because by now they are no more here now.
Yes.
So we can't say okay, their aim and objective. Maybe it's possible they have a particular aim and objective, but people now ruling now, they spoil it or they didn't go with the goal.
Actually, they had aim of granting us freedom.
Okay.
That was their aim. But Nigeria now, people on seats are not working towards that aim. Everybody is interested in his or her well-being. Nobody wants to develop the so-called Nigeria that got her independent many years ago. Nobody is interested. Everybody wants selfish. Everybody wants their pockets. That is what they are interested in right now.
So it means those that fought for us then, it's not for their selfish interest?
Well, I will say it is not for their self-interest then. That should not be now.
Then, not now.
Not now.
Because I believe when all these things happen, there's a lot of, we have some graduates that they benefit from all this. Okay, there's no more slavery, there's no more robbery, all those kind of things.
There is still robbery. Robbery has increased to the highest currently. In Onitsha then, in the early 2000s, robbers go to your house, knock at the door.
They knock
at the door. They will tell you, at times they write letters to you, telling you that they are coming.
We are coming.
To show you that they are well prepared. They will come. You will see them knock at your door. When they come at the night, they will tell you that we are robbers. Open the door. You open the door for them.
So it means we are the one afflicting ourselves.
That is just it.
I don't think it's those white people again.
We are the ones afflicting ourselves in some way. We are afflicting ourselves somehow, but it is not worth celebrating.
This is no. Okay, let's go on this, because everything you have been saying now is as if maybe 64 is just a figure.
It's a figure.
So okay, let's go to this question now. We have since we are on our own right now. Is there any regrets or advancement in terms of our government, education, justice, and our economy?
Since we got our independence, I would say that we had a little improvement. Just a little.
Just a little.
A little improvement. A little. Because we were free from the colonial masters. We are now free as a country. We are now free. We have a president, someone that we can call our own. We are free as a nation, but apart from those little things, our education is still the same thing. There is no improvement. Imagine somebody that came out of school since the 80s or in the 90s, early 90s, and up till now, the person is still a secondary school teacher, teaching and earning something like 50,000, 70,000. What is the essence of going to school? What is the essence of being educated? That is not there. I don't think there is.
Outside is not like that.
Outside I enjoy.
Wow. So in terms of education now, it's actually low.
It is very. There is nothing to celebrate.
Our economy.
There is nothing to celebrate.
I remember then when we still have some change. We still have like 5 naira, 10 naira. If you have 15 naira, you can still buy. But right now, if you have 1,000 naira, I don't think.
1,000 is just. It's like having 10 naira in your bag currently.
That's serious. Because by the time you just look at your pocket, 1,000 naira, that's all.
But then, early 2000, in fact, early period of this year, early hours 2000, those periods, 90s, late 90s, those money were valued. They had a little value. To the extent that when you go to the market with 50 naira, I could remember then in the north, when I was in the north, you can get meat, 500. You buy it in quantity. But now when you go to the market with 500, they will insult you in the market.
Seriously,
they will insult you in the market.
Wow.
So that there is nothing to celebrate again. We're not celebrating anything. Nigeria is getting worse and worse as they add. Everything becomes worse every day.
So it actually means the next question now, because a particular man said something. He said his father told him that okay, Nigeria will be great again. Since then, and this man is now 75 years now. 75 years till now. He's, 75 years old man. He should be a grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Great grandfather is now telling his own grandson is now asking him, Father, do you still believe Nigeria will still be great? So if you are the father, what will you say?
Nigeria will not be great again. Nigeria will never be better. I want to tell all Nigerians to just console themselves, and the more we see, the more Nigeria gets tough. We ought to get tough too. The tougher Nigeria, the tougher the people.
So it means what you are actually saying now is there's no any day, there's no assurance in the next, let's say in the next 20 years. What about in the next 20 years, in the next 30 years, it's possible something to turn us around?
The only hope we have is Jesus.
Until Jesus comes.
That is the only hope we have in Nigeria now. That's the only hope.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only hope we have in Nigeria currently. As for depending on Nigeria government, it's a waste of time.
Wow.
It's a waste of time.
So as on Nigeria, I'm even short of war right now. Because now it's just a time for us to just sit ourselves back and just reason what we can do as an individual, just for you to live your life.
Honestly,
just live your life, because he said until Jesus comes.
Until Jesus comes.
What is your view? Okay, if you have anything to say about this, you can just drop your comments at the comment section, your view about it. Do you still believe Nigeria will be great again in the next 20-30 years? Do you still believe? Do you have any belief in your country right now? We're celebrating 64. Is there anything to celebrate about? Our education, in terms of economy, in terms of justice? Are we doing something? Just drop your view about this on our comment section. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCTV Multimedia Production. We're still there. Drop your question. Yes, that's the question here. Do Nigeria as a country as a role model? Because as you man, you'll be like, okay, I have a particular role model I'm looking up to. Do you think Nigeria have someone like that?
I don't think Nigeria has any role model. Nigeria don't have any role model. Because if Nigeria has a role model, if there is a role model in the picture, Nigeria would have improved by now.
Wow.
Because when you talk of somebody being your role model, at least you are looking up to that person, to emulate the person, to become better like that person.
But we still have some countries that are worse than Nigeria.
I know. But Nigeria currently, we are talking of Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria does not have any hope of a role model. We don't have any hope.
So nobody can look up to Nigeria.
Nobody. Now. Who is looking up to Nigeria? Who is looking at another developed country, a country that is shattered?
You might be thinking nobody's looking at Nigeria. You'll be like, wow, I want to go to Nigeria. Nigeria is better.
Everybody is running out of Nigeria. That is just the mentality. They're running out of Nigeria. But that is not the best solution, sir. But I don't think Nigeria has any role model. No role model. Nothing to do.
So if Nigeria should have role model now, if you as a Nigerian, if you want to advise Nigeria to have which country do you think we can emulate?
Well, we'll emulate America. American is well developed. America
is now 100 years.
I know, but the kind of development that is in America is more preferable.
Because to me now, I believe maybe Nigeria is still small.
Nigeria is not small. A person of 64 years, somebody who is 64 years, should have grown beyond a lot of things. Honestly, 64 years is not 64 days. It's actually years we are talking about, a very big figure, not just a number.
Hey. Okay, because now many youths are running out of Nigeria. Do you think that's the best solution?
I made mention of that particular thing. I will advise all youths to stop running out of the country. That is not the best solution. The best solution is for us to sit and make our country better.
How can we make our country better?
By coming out in mass, coming out and helping Nigeria government, because Nigeria government needs our help. Coming out in mass, making sure that youths enter into politics. Because if you look at Nigeria government, we have more of aged people.
Yes.
In Nigeria government, aged people, a lot of them. That is the reason why. That is one of the major reasons why our youths are unemployed. Because these aged people, every year they renew their age. If they had written 24 as at when they entered office, when they find out that
my time is
they will go
now.
renew the age with their money. Money answers all things. You will see a man of 84 years still on seats. So the best thing is for Nigerians to sit back and help make our own dear country a better one. To some extent. Not that we'll make Nigeria better again, but to some extent we need to make Nigeria better to some extent.
Okay, right now let me ask you a sincere question. I want you to answer this question. If you are placed or you have the opportunity to be the president of Nigeria just a year, what's the first thing you will deal with?
This issue of unemployment is the first thing I need to touch. Youths, a lot of youths are really suffering now. You see a graduate. I wept the other day when I was still in the East, when I happened to see a graduate, a master's degree holder, riding on a tricycle because of unemployment. Those things can make, that is the reason why we have high rate of armed robbery. But once we make our youth, because the youths are the future of Nigeria, once we deal with our youths and make them better, at least Nigeria will be better to some extent. There will be a reduction in a lot of crimes in Nigeria. Once a youth is employed, once you have to commit a youth and make sure that the youth is skillful, because youth needs to be skillful. Once a youth is skillful, and then Nigeria government has to empower them and make them skillful, thereby helping them, creating jobs for them, you will see that Nigeria will be a better place. To some extent.
To some extent.
I will continue putting that word to some extent.
To some extent. So now, let me ask you this question. Do you feel, or what are the impacts of religion in Nigeria? Are we making impacts? Maybe both, maybe the Christian, the Muslim, the Islam, the Christianity. Are they making any part in supporting the growth of this country?
Yes, I would say the church is trying.
What about the mosque?
I don't know of the mosque because I'm not a Muslim.
Okay.
I'm speaking based on my religion,
Your
which is
religion,
Christianity.
okay.
The Christians are trying because the motto of the Anglican Communion, Children's Ministry, is catch them young for Christ. And to some extent, the Christians are trying. They are trying in the sense that we organize seminars, we organize programs, Christian programs, educating the youths, empowering them, seminars, educative seminars, correcting them in a lot of things that they need to do, praying for Nigeria as well, because it is very, very important. I see several times when Nigeria as a country, as Christians, PFN, CAN, they come together, they pray for Nigeria, they organize prayer section, they organize youths together, pray for them, empower them. That is one of the major ways by which religion has been helping to make Nigeria a better place.
Because I believe there's a lot of pastors now, a lot of bishops that they are actually helping. It's just their own. They be like, okay, we can help our community. They empower people, give them stuff. I have one of my father in the Lord do such things to the aged, to the widows, to the less privileged, get them machines to work, get them works. I believe this actually help a lot.
Yes.
Because okay, if someone is having problem now, you run to church. If you're having maybe a headache, you run to church. If you're having you have my pastor. How do you mean there's no pastor? I believe there is no church. You will just see dead people.
Yes, a lot of things.
Do we see a lot of people outside there?
A lot of things.
But I agree with you that the religious, they are actually representing.
To some extent.
Yes, to some extent they are trying. So before we go today, what's your best wish for all Nigerians home and abroad?
My best wish for Nigerians is, wherever they are, those that have run out of the country, please,
they should come back.
We need to come back and make Nigeria better. And as for those in Nigeria, all hands should be on deck. If you are not skillful, try as much as possible to get one skill.
That's very important.
You don't just rely on Nigeria government now. I could remember during Buhari's regime, he said that Nigeria youths are lazy. Because majority of them depend only on the government. We need to make ourselves better, self-employed, be skillful, be master in a particular skill. And then from there, the Lord will help us in Nigeria. That is my humble wish and prayer for everyone.
So, to all Nigerians there, what is your impact? What have you done for Nigeria? Have you tried any mix? It's an individual question to answer. Answer this question within yourself. Have you done anything for Nigeria? I believe this is where we are going to put an end to this discussion today as Nigeria at 64. Nigeria at 64. It's a big time with me and my guest, Mr. Testimony. Thank you for coming on my show today. The Touch.
The pleasure is all mine.
So I believe next time I call you, you will respond. Right. So do well to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCTV Multimedia Production. Do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to comment. If you have any question, just drop your question at the comment section. See you next time. Bye for now.